You also need to realize we also had something else growing up that I really wish they'd bring back is the "What would Jesus do" bracelets. We always
I,
had those.
I
Those things
have
were
one of
awesome.
those. I have one of those.
But if you had one of those, you shouldn't wear those the other night. But like on this subject,
But
we
mine's
often know something is
different
wrong
weights.
with our kid. Well, I'm sorry. I was trying to change the subject because the more she talks about she owns that bracelet, she's not wearing it. It irritates me.
It's because I don't know how to put it on.
What do you mean I'm not putting it on? It's a
It's
bracelet.
it doesn't have the clip that it's
All right.
supposed to have. Okay.
Yeah.
Rabbit trail. Mine just doesn't have a clip on it.
No,
I
I
don't know
see.
how
The
to put
bad
it
part
on.
is you keep on to the bracelet. I'm about to make you get the bracelet.
I can.
You don't get the bracelet. Because I don't understand why you can't get a bracelet on. Hold on, you guys. You don't get the bracelet. All right, we're back. Sorry, I was being silly. She got the bracelet. Sorry, you guys. Rabbit trails. Told you they're popular in the garage. Y'all can't see this, but it's like the straps on the back.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. My wrist is too small for that.
How's your wrist? It's adjustable.
I know. Look, this is what's gonna bother me.
But all right, my age is about to show. Okay, how many of you guys remember this?
I wanted one.
In the comments, if you remember these right now, I'm gonna make sure this one goes on Facebook. This is short. If you remember these right now, so what would Jesus do? WWJD bracelets. They're different than what I remember them, but they still make them.
The one I wanted, had a strap on it. I couldn't like buckle it up.
As usual, we do have a live crowd behind the screen. Someone said their grandma used to make them into beaded keychains. WWJD. What would Jesus do? Yes, there's always a live audience watching as we record. But anyways, back to the subject. We went on a rabbit trail there. Where were we? So we were talking about those bullet points there: bullying, isolation, anxiety, cruelty online, depression, identity confusion, fear of speaking up. So, all that being said, kids battle that on a daily now. I sit back and I think about when I was a kid. Now, I battled depression, battled all that stuff. I can only imagine what it's like to be laying there and can't get away from it. I mean, at least when we were kids, the minute we left school, school was done. It didn't follow us home. Mm. Except for people that you lived with. But I got lucky though. I can't really say that. Because no one I lived with went to school with me. I was always by myself. My little brother was too far behind me. When he started high school, I was leaving high school. So
you got so lucky because
I can't really say that. But that being said, usually school stopped. Whatever you face at home, you face at home. It wasn't both home and school. Nowadays in culture, whatever you face at school, you're facing at home too because social media, cell phones. The problem is kids often know something is wrong. But they're terrified to stand alone. But it's not just kids. Adults are too. I went to a men's group. And that's where honestly partially what helped start all this. Everything. Reject passivity. You know what that means?
No.
Throughout life, you're going to be hit with areas where you are going to be having to make a decision. Okay? Do I get involved or do I not get involved? Sometimes not getting involved is worse than getting involved. You understand that? Rejecting passivity means, okay, I'm going to get involved. I don't want this confrontation right now. I don't want this on my plate. But I need to stand for what's right. Hence to what we're talking about tonight. Do you think me sitting here on a public platform talking about what we're talking about right now is easy?
No.
Like, we're getting personal. This is what the garage is for. It's not. Do Do you know the ridicule that some of these people, I'm not saying all y'all, are about to give me because I say I support the Bible being school? Culture has trained us to stay quiet. Keep your head down. Don't rock the boat. Don't confront evil. Just be a sheep in the crowd. The culture wants. They don't want you asking questions. They don't want you thinking for yourself. Just follow the crowd. What do you think Scripture says?
Opposite.
Scripture says the opposite of what culture says. Is that shocking?
No.
No, it's not. Scripture says we should lead. We should stand for what's right. See, the Bible takes words very seriously. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." That means words can build, destroy, heal. I've seen words leave wounds for years. I have had words leave wounds on me for years. I always tell you, guard your tongue with your brother and sister. I always tell y'all, I can't stand one word.
Hate.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that coming.
You know, I would much rather. I know this sounds messed up. I would much rather y'all swear than freaking say that word, because that is a very powerful word. Hate is a very powerful word. That's not something that you want in your heart. But that being said, like I said, many adults today still carry scars and wounds from things that were spoken to them as children. I carry one with me every day. But we don't realize, and often as adults, a lot of adults don't realize that our words are sharp. They cut. And you carry them with you for a lifetime sometimes. And some people do. Some people take words very seriously. And they will carry that bitterness for a long time because you just told them they couldn't have that coffee or something. One time, I had this one guy, right? I used to work with him. I'm not a morning person, okay? I'm not going to tell you good morning. I'm not going to go out my way to tell you good morning. It's not that.
It's so true.
I'm not going to do it. Okay? I walk into work in the morning, still half awake. And at this time, we were going at 2 in the morning. We were working overtime. So it was going at 2 in the morning, and we worked till, I think it was like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Where we walked in, and he walked by me, and I just walked by him. I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to him. Anyways, later on that day, probably about lunchtime, I walked up and said, "Hey man, what's up? Don't talk to me. You didn't tell me good morning this morning. He got mad. Like, he was really bitter because I didn't tell him good morning."
Okay.
But yeah, people trip over words all the time. But words can be powerful. And that's one thing I always try to stress to you guys. Words are powerful. Words can stick. Instead of writing a question, just ask it.
I don't know if I have any questions. The words can be powerful. I feel like I have a question. I just don't know the question. If that makes any sense.
Okay, well, while you're thinking of the question. So, that being said, words being powerful, bullying isn't kids just being kids. Sometimes words leave deeper wounds than fists. James says the tongue is small, but can set an entire forest on fire. What kind of fires are we starting with our lives? What kind of fires are we starting with our words? What kind of fires are we starting in our actions towards others? You might just be that little ray of hope. You know, have you ever heard the term that a smile is contagious?
Yes.
So are kind words. Just a little bit of positivity is enough to let someone know that someone cares about me. Enough where they start caring about themselves sometimes.